Gulf Keystone was formed with the strategic intention of looking for underdeveloped, overlooked assets in the Middle East and North Africa. Gulf Keystone has always differentiated itself and been successful in the areas we've chosen to work, that being Algeria and Kurdistan, because we've always taken the outlook that we are a guest in our host nation. We have a responsibility to the government and to the people to act in a professional and responsible manner to the highest international standards. We hire as many local employees, we train as many locals, we support the local universities in training and education programs. And we do all those things from the beginning.
Gulf Keystone operates 2 blocks, and we have further 2 blocks that are outside operated in the northern half of Kurdistan. Kurdistan is the northernmost region of Iraq. It's just south of the Turkish border and just east of the Iranian border. So it's in a very interesting geological environment and a very interesting geopolitical environment. The Zagros Mountains are just to the north of us. In fact, Shaikan, Akerbajil, all of our structures are in the very foothills of the Zagros Mountains, but the structures are massive. The countryside is spectacular from a scenery standpoint. It's a very, very interesting area, and Gulf Keystone and our 4 blocks that we have an interest in are right in the middle, apparently, of the oil sweet spot for the very underexplored Kurdistan area. After a visit in June of 2007, it wasn't very difficult to find out that Kurdistan was a place that any oil person needed to be. It did not have an oil infrastructure, it did not have oil and gas production per se. There were 2 companies already operating in the area. Other than that, it was relatively unexplored. However, the potential, the size of the structures, actual surface oil seeps and gas seeps and streams, just captivated imagination of an oil man who's only read about those things happening in 1900 and 1930, not in the year 2007.
Kurdistan is a virgin land. It is underexplored. We have over 115 billion barrels of recoverable oil in Iraq, but none of it is included in the Kurdistan region because it was underexplored. Our success as a Gulf Keystone Petroleum led many companies to queue for signing contracts with the Ministry of Natural Resources. I came to Kurdistan in 2007. We haven't signed any contract yet. And we started building up the office, started building up the knowledge about the area. We made the geological surveys. Then we signed the contract with the KRG on the block, Shaikan block. So we started right from the beginning, as if a small child is starting growing, and now it is in its youth.
Shaikan, which was the original discovery, it's on the order of 2 to about 7.5 billion barrels oil in place with what we have right now. You have to take that into context. We only have 1 well in 150 square kilometers, so there's a tremendous amount of upside potential involved in that number. It's a relatively big spread right now. We want to get that 7.5 billion barrels up to a higher number and bring that low number up behind it and gradually get a smaller and smaller spread on a higher and higher scale, which is our ultimate goal. The Akerbajil, or the Caligram block, that is so far 2.4 billion barrels is the number that's been reported by Caligram and Mo. That is also, in our opinion, a number that's subject to tremendous upside potential. They drilled basically on the very flank of a very large structure, and when they drill further up the crest, up towards the crest of that same structure, I think they'll find a lot more oil. So right now, the 2 discoveries we've made are world-class individually. Lump them together, and on a P50 or most likely basis, we've already got somewhere around 6.5 billion barrels of oil in place.
These activities in Kurdistan is a rewarding to the community and added resources to the country.
To achieve a 2D and 3D seismic shoots and to drill the first exploration well successfully and now have 3 rigs drilling exploration wells in Kurdistan and soon to be a 4th is nothing short of an operational miracle. And it's a testament to Gulf Keystone's management and operations team. It's a testament to the technical people and once again to the Ministry of Natural Resources in Kurdistan. Gulf Keystone has a really amazing exploration appraisal program planned for the next 18 months, especially for a company our size. We are currently operating 3 drilling rigs that are doing 1 exploration and 2 appraisal wells. We have 4 other appraisal wells and 3 other exploration wells planned for the next 18 months. To be operating 4 drilling rigs in Kurdistan, a newly commissioned production facility, potentially more 3D seismic. It's a really interesting story going forward because the value we've created is just the foundation for the company. We have the potential to create much more value on the Sheikhan discovery. But the other 2 licenses, Sheikh Adi and Barbahar, are twice the size of Sheikhan. So we could replicate the success we've had at Sheikhan, the growth in market cap to over $2 billion US and one of the top 5 biggest companies on AIM, could be replicated 2 other times.
Gulf Keystone is an exploration company. We're not so much an E&P company or exploration and production. We're mainly exploration driven. Now we're not above having a certain amount of revenue, so we do try to get something on production, extended well tests, that type of thing. We have a facility running right now. The facility is built, we've tested it, we've sent out sample loads to various topping plants and refineries, and the normal route to market is by truck. We load the trucks at the facility, and it's about 150 kilometers to Erbil, which is where most of the refineries and topping plants are located.
Kurdistan, I would say, initially it was a high risk, but things changed a lot. Low risk because we discovered oil in a virgin reservoir. Many other companies followed suit and discovered oil. This is important from geological point of view. Many geologists in the area, they denied this, and we proved on the contrary. No, we have oil here.
I've been to some very, very difficult places to work, some quite dangerous places to work. I've been shot at and everything else. None of those apply to Kurdistan. It's quite safe, quite secure. We've been operating there now for a number of years without any incidences. And the fact that we are indeed in northern Iraq, so people have certain expectations. I'll admit, when I went in the first time, I had expectations. My expectations were vastly exceeded, and I've been very pleasantly surprised every step of the way.
What differentiates us from our much larger competitors is our ability to make decisions and move quickly. Todd Kozel, John Gerstenlauer, Adnan Samurai are the people that sit in front of the ministers, the prime ministers, their decision makers. And they know when they speak to us, they're speaking to a decision maker. They know there's continuity of management. They know that the next time they need to have a meeting, the next time there's a decision, they know they're going to see Todd Kozel, John Gerstenlauer, Adnan Samurai. And so that builds a relationship between us and the local competent authorities that lasts and contributes to our success.
Looking forward from this point, our effort is focused mainly on appraising Sheikhan, exploring Sheikh Adi, where we're about halfway down on our first well there, and making sure that our partners, Janelle and Calagran or Mole, have all the support that they need to carry out their exploration efforts on Barbahar, as well as the further exploration and appraisal work on Akabajil. So basically the whole program is geared to, over the next 12 to 18 months, proving up as much oil in the ground as we possibly can.
We are right now the most active company in Kurdistan, as I said, with 3 drilling rigs and adding a 4th. We have a production facility. It's about ready to start with our first production in the region. The possibility to drill 7 wells in Kurdistan in the next 18 months is very exciting because it will be constant news flow. It will be de-risking the assets and the discoveries we have, but exploring the assets we haven't had a close look at so far.
When we discovered oil for the first time, really I was really very much excited, and then our people around, they don't know what I'm flowing oil now. They said yes, and so what? It's, now they started to learn that when you flow oil, it means a lot. It means that we have a real discovery.